Hey everybody, this is Tim from Barbera Outdoors, and today we're taking a look at the two titans of the carry world, the SIG P365 and the SIG 365XL in the first episode of Firearm Friday. Goal of this is to every Friday take a look at a new firearm, shoot it, review it, and talk about it. Let's jump right into it and take a look at these guns. Alrighty. Jumping on into it, we're going to start off with the base 365, so we're just going to set the XL back to the side. Hopefully the audio is a bit better. I did end up purchasing a mic, so hopefully that comes through. Maybe you'll hear a bit less traffic in the background. I do film these just in my backyard. So taking a look at the 365, it came out January 8th of 2018. Comes with two 10-round steel mags, one with this curved pinky extension right there, and one with just a flat trigger. It comes with your X-ray day and night sights. Those are specific to SIG's firearms. An overall length of 5.8 inches when the slide's down, with a width of 1.06 inches. 4.3 inches in the height right here, and your barrel itself is 3.1 inches. And coming in at 17.8 ounces, it is a very, very light firearm. When it came out, it really changed the game in terms of a subcompact carry gun. Really the most that you could compare it to is the Smith & Wesson Shields, which are a lot thinner, a bit bigger, as well as they carry less. They, believe, came with 6 rounds single stack. But SIG's kind of patented stack and a half technology, as they called it, really switched the game about, that you could have something this small, the size of a 380, as a lot of people said, and have the capacity of a subcompact 9. That being said, it is being very small, so it's the same thing you'll find out when you get into a snub-nose revolver. Your sight radius is 4.9 inches, so I can shoot this. I can shoot it perfectly fine at 30 yards. I can hit a torso, but I can't be stacking the same hole. That being said, I'm not that proficient of a shooter, but I do shoot pretty often. Now, taken to the aside, taken in the full-size XL, you can tell a difference in size. You get base 12 rounds. It comes with 2 flat 12-round magazines, but you can purchase the 15-rounder, which I have. All the SIG magazines are interchangeable, so the 12 as well as the 15 can fit in the base 365. Slightly different, the XL comes with a straight-off-the-bat flat trigger for a bit nicer of a trigger pull. It does come with a optic-ready cutout, the same X-ray sights that you see on the 365. Slightly longer barrel at 3.7 inches, so 0.6 inch difference, but I think the biggest is your sight radius. You go from 4.9 on the 365 to 5.6 inch on the XL, which for me does actually make a difference. I can shoot the XL a lot more accurately than I can the 365. You are taking a little bit more in ounces. You have 20.7 versus that 17.8, so a little bit more weight on it, but for me, I can handle it. I can handle the little bit of weight that comes with it. Now, there is a price difference between them at $549 right here and $649 right here, so $100 different. The XL came out about a year or so later, at June 2019. That's kind of when I started looking into purchasing my first firearm, and so my first firearm was actually the 365XL. That's what I bought, that's what I took my class with, and that's what I carry almost every single day. We're going to jump into shooting in a little bit. You can be able to tell that I do shoot the 365XL better, but that being said, if you want to carry a smaller firearm in your pocket or other stuff like that, SIG does kind of go to that market. They've come out with their SAS version, which is their SIG anti-snag. You look it up, it's not going to have a top sight right here. It's going to have a little hole right in the back, and that's how you line them up. But that's a little bit too niche for me. I carry this Wingman right here, and I gotta say, it's one of the most comfortable carries I have besides my revolvers. It sits really good, it sits really nice. This holster is made by QVO Tactical. Probably eventually do a review on that or something of sorts, but I gotta say I'm pretty happy with it. I like it better compared to like the Hellcat. The Hellcat for me is a bit thicker, and it has a bit spongier of a trigger, which for a carry gun you might like, but I personally like to have a good trigger on my firearms. These models both do not have a safety, but they have released models that come with a manual safety right on the back here that you can flick. So if that is something that you personally like, of course you can carry it that way. I normally carry with the 15 rounders in. I do swap over the 12s if I want to have a bit more conceal. You can see that if I stick this in right here, it does stick out a bit, but that really allows you to get a great grip on that firearm and such. that I personally do not mind having that little bit of excess. I'm a little bit heavier of a guy, so it's a bit easier to conceal as well. So let's stop talking about the guns and let's go and shoot them, eh? Starting out with the SIG P365. This is going to be bottom right. Alrighty, and I did tell you that I don't shoot the 365 as well, but these are going to be 5-shot groupings at 30 feet or 10 yards. I've been working on my grip and such, but you can tell that I do pull those 365 shots low compared to now I'm going to be shooting the XL. Now we have the 365 XL. Alright, now, I try not to be the weekend warrior, but I do not go shooting as often as I'd like, but you can see that I do group these a bit better, but I do push them down, and that's just something that I am personally trying to work on. .365. And what you're about to see right here is my personal problem with the 365. Just for me, the recoil that happens with it and, you know, the kind of unruliness of the shorter barrel, you can see that I group them terribly. Enough to hit a torso, but obviously still a little wide. Switching back to the 365 XL, that longer sight radius and that slightly bigger grip, I can get a better hold on the firearm, and I can get a bit more accurate with my shots, as you can see with those 3 right there, kind of all within that 4 or 5 inch grouping that you would want. Now my final thoughts. My opinion, the 365 XL is the one to go with. Slightly larger frame, but more carry capacity, better accuracy, and more fun to shoot overall. Again, thank you for joining me at Barbera Outdoors, taking a look at that SIG P365 and the 365 XL. This is the first episode of that Firearm Friday, so if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions for other firearms to review in the future, please leave a comment and some constructive criticism down below. Again, thank you for joining. Check you in the next video.
Got it.